So we all hear and read lots about restaurant owners, and they are in a pickle, there's no question about that, and governments are trying to do everything they can to help them. But what about the people who work in restaurants? Karen K. Tran is a server in a restaurant. She's also a writer, and she joins me now. Thanks for joining us, Karen. And you've been working when the restaurants have been reopened. Tell us some of the issues or some of the problems that people who go to restaurants should be aware of.
Yeah, well, with every restaurant that's opening right now, they all have different guidelines, different ways of running their restaurant. So there's a lot of inconsistencies. Not every server is trained to properly give safe procedures to all the guests. And
Karen, do you think they should be? I mean, who's doing this training? Is it just the restaurant owner who says, here's what I want done?
Yeah, absolutely. None of us are public health workers. We're not really sure. We're just figuring it out as we go. Obviously trying to be as safe as we can, but we don't know for sure.
And so if the restaurant owner is somewhat cavalier, or if a server is not paying attention to all the rules as they think they are, then the public is also in danger, or could be in danger.
The restaurant owners really prioritize the safety, the comfort of the guests,
right,
rather than the safety of the employees.
Okay, so from the guest point of view, generally they're fine. How about the employees? How should they be treated by the people who are dining out?
Well, I would hope that people wait for instructions when they're allowed to take off their mask to dine, when they need to put their mask back on.
Karen, if they don't get instructions from the server, if the server doesn't know it, how should a person enter a restaurant? So they have their mask on when they go to the restaurant, they're seated, then should they take off their mask?
Well, because most of the servers have to come back and take your order, it would be more polite to keep it on until after your order's taken. Mm-hmm. And anytime, like when the server comes to give you your check, it would be really appreciated if you put your mask back on at that time.
So any contact with the server, it would be appreciated if you had the mask on. Mm-hmm. Just because the servers are dealing with could be hundreds of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're exposed to that. Anything else that people who eat in restaurants should be aware of when they're dealing with a server?
Well, we have to trust what people say is their social bubble when they come in and dine in. We have no way of checking if they even know what this social bubble means, if they are going out to eat with 10 different people every day. So right, that's definitely not safe, and we can't really enforce that.
Okay, so what's the answer to that?
It should be up to the guests. They should be understanding what the social bubble is. They should be mindful. It's not really the time to go and socialize with every single person you know. You really need to pick and choose who you want to go hang out with.
Do you think that, or is there more communication between servers online saying, here's what we're doing and you could adopt this?
Well, I'm not sure. Personally, I've just gone to restaurants myself and I've seen what they're doing. I take notes. I take them back to my restaurant and I tell my boss, please just put this into practice. That's
very responsible of you and smart. Karen, thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
3 minutes. Thanks for watching. Parliament is coming back. A lot of big public issues coming up, and we're going to be covering them all here. So please subscribe to the show. There's a button right up here on your screen.